Good morning, Bucknutters. Welcome into the Bucknuts Morning 5 on Monday, May 18th, 2015. I am Dave Biddle. The Dean of Ohio State football recruiting, Bill Kurelic, did his popular Offers and Odds column over the weekend, focusing on recruits from the offensive side of the ball. Bill explained exactly where the Buckeyes stand with the top offensive recruits they have offered a scholarship to in the 2016 class. In case you missed Bill's piece, here's a quick review. Bill gives the Buckeyes an 80% chance of landing wide receiver Austin Mack from Fort Wayne, Indiana, who will announce his decision on June 7th. Bill gives the Buckeyes a 60% chance of landing tight end Luke Farrell from Perry, Ohio. Bill gives the Buckeyes a 50% chance of landing wide receiver Donnie Corley from Detroit, Michigan. Bill gives the Buckeyes a 45% chance of landing wide receiver Amir Mitchell from New Jersey. Bill gives Ohio State a 40% chance of landing wide receiver Nate Craig Myers from Tampa, Florida. And Bill gives a 40% chance of Ohio State landing wide receiver Benjamin Victor from Pompano Beach, Florida. Now I'm going to skip over some receivers and tight ends that Bill doesn't give the Buckeyes much of a chance at landing and skip ahead to the offensive line. I know many of you are wondering about the offensive line. The Buckeyes already have 3 O-line commitments. If they add a fourth, it will be Gregory Little, Jawan Williams, or Ben Bredesen. However, Ohio State is a long shot to land any of those 3 players. Bill gives the Buckeyes just a 10% chance of landing Little or Williams and just a 5% chance of landing Bredesen. So it sounds like the Buckeyes will finish with just 3 offensive linemen in this class unless something changes. Switching gears to basketball recruiting, it looks like Ohio State will not land Seton Hall transfer Sterling Gibbs. There was a report on Saturday that Gibbs had committed to Connecticut, but Gibbs told our Steve Hellwagon that he hasn't committed anywhere yet. However, multiple sources tell Bucknuts that it's highly unlikely that Gibbs will sign with the Buckeyes. Gibbs is a guard, and he averaged 16 points last season for Seton Hall. As a graduate student, he will be eligible to play immediately next season. The Buckeyes have incoming freshmen A.J. Harris and Jaquan Lyle that will do most of the ball handling duties, but Thad Matta and his coaching staff went after Gibbs hard to try and add some veteran depth in the backcourt. Ohio State's 5-man 2015 recruiting class of Harris, Lyle, Daniel Giddens, Austin Grandstaff, and Mickey Mitchell is ranked as the 10th best recruiting class in the country per the 24/7 Sports Composite. I can't wait to see these guys this coming season. Also on the hoops front, former Ohio State star D'Angelo Russell's stock is rising as we get closer to the NBA draft. ESPN's Chad Ford reported that most teams have Russell number 2 on their board, behind only Kentucky center Karl Anthony Towns. Other candidates to go second overall in the draft are Duke center Jahlil Okafor, guard Emmanuel Mudiay, who played professionally in China last season instead of playing 1 year in college, and Duke forward Justice Winslow. D'Angelo Russell performed very well at the NBA Combine and also measured well. Russell was listed at 6'5" while at Ohio State, so I figured he would measure in at 6'4" at the Combine. That's usually how it works. Take an inch, maybe 2 inches off of what their listed heights are from their college days. Nope. Russell measured in at 6'5" exactly. 6'5", 195 pounds with a 6'10" wingspan. The NBA draft will be held on Thursday, June 25th, and it would be cool to see Russell go second overall. And now to close out the show, I'm going to turn things over to the Dean of Ohio State football recruiting, Bill Kurelic, who has some thoughts to share on a pair of incoming freshman linebackers for the Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes signed 3 linebackers in their 2015 recruiting class, and one of them, Nick Connor, enrolled early and performed very well in the Ohio State spring game, but actually the other 2, 5-star Justin Hilliard and high 4-star Jerome Baker, were ranked even higher than Nick Connor. So what can we expect, and what is the very latest going on with Justin Hilliard and Jerome Baker? Both are working very hard to get themselves on the field as true freshmen for Ohio State. Hilliard has been working out and doing everything else he needs to do to get on the field. He feels like he can see action on special teams and hopefully get reps at linebacker as well, and I certainly think that is likely to happen, as Justin Hilliard is one of the top linebacker prospects in the country. And even with Ohio State returning 3 linebackers, Of course, Raekwon McMillan, who played a lot last season, will be the man in the middle this coming season. And then Darren Lee and Joshua Perry are returning starters. But I still expect Justin Hilliard to see time for the Buckeyes as a true freshman. I also expect Jerome Baker to see time for the Buckeyes as a true freshman, simply because he is just so talented. Baker, like Justin Hilliard, is working very hard to get ready for this coming season. Baker, though, is leaving an open mind to playing perhaps a position other than linebacker. He definitely prefers linebacker, but he's open to playing whatever position gets him on the field the fastest. That could be on offense, at perhaps running back or slot back, but more likely it'll be on defense at linebacker, although safety is not out of the question as well. And certainly Baker is an outstanding prospect that now is up to 6'1" and 213 pounds, and he too knows that he has a chance to impact Ohio State as a true freshman on special teams. And as I've mentioned, he is doing whatever he takes to get on the field. He is talking quite often with Luke Fickell, and don't be at all surprised if you see both Baker and Hilliard getting reps at their linebacker spots as well as on special team as true freshmen. Both are ready for the challenge and looking very much forward to reporting to Ohio State in mid-June and getting started with their classes and workouts with the Buckeyes.
Thank you, Bill, and thanks to the listeners for tuning into the show. I appreciate it and hope you have a great day. Take it away, best damn band in the land.